Yep.
New York mayor wants schools to teach about Bitcoin and blockchain. You saw the New York mayor said he was going to take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin.
I did. Yep.
Yeah, that was insane. This is actually a guy who's pretty crypto friendly, which is good. In the state of in the in New York City, the governor or the government there, he's the head of that. Obviously, as the mayor, he just was elected. You guys know in New York, they're one direction politically, pretty much. I think it's 9 out of 10 people in the city of New York vote Democrat. Did you know that?
Wow. No, I
9
didn't.
out of 10. That's
Crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point here is that I told you guys like maybe I don't know 3 months ago. Look at all the candidates for the mayor of New York, which did include Andrew Yang. Of course, they don't even really like the actual election is a joke. It's really just the primaries where they determine who the mayor is going to be. I said I kind of like this guy. I don't agree with this guy politically on almost anything, but there are certain things that he said and he's done that I really agreed with, and he was definitely the one who I would have said if you gave me this list of people. Eric Adams is the one I would have said, like, I think he's a little more center than most of those other people. And so now we're seeing he's also friendly to crypto, which is really good. Bitcoin bull Eric Adams believes school should add a subject focused on crypto and blockchain technology. And I was telling you guys right before, or I was telling you, TJ, that right before the show, I got an email. This is cool. I got an email from the coach at my kid's school who was in charge of those 3 classes I went and spoke to last week. And he said that they haven't stopped talking about me for a week. Some of the kids said I was the best guest speaker they ever had come in, but pretty good. I'd say I'm pretty good. But the point is, crypto is so fascinating.
Yeah.
Blockchain is so fascinating. That's why you start to fall down this rabbit hole and you really start to understand like the future of this. And he's actually talking to me about trying to add some crypto stuff to their curriculum. And I think that's absolutely great. Kids want to learn about this stuff. They're not getting it. Like the finance classes in schools, like they're not getting any of this stuff.
Yep.
And this is clearly the future. So it's really good to see that not only Eric Adams is pushing towards this, but also like some of our local schools here are, or not here in Las Vegas, but here back home in Ackworth are looking at this stuff. He says here, Eric Adams, crypto is the future and children should learn about it. Obviously, this is going to play a big role in the way that, they develop. I mean, I think it's pretty interesting that I am in a special generation called the Zennials. Do you know what that is?
The Zennials?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're on the cusp of millennial and Generation X, right?
Got it.
So technically, if you look at the years, it just depends on, there's no governing body that determines what the generation is,
right,
and what year it is. It's kind of ambiguous. So I was in a generation where we grew up like the internet grew with us. Video games also grew with my age group. Mm-hmm. So when I was a kid, they didn't make video games for adults. That wasn't a thing. It only started as we started aging into adulthood. And when you look at the internet, is the same thing. We started out in school playing Oregon Trail in the computer lab. We ended high school using the internet for everything. That was how fast that transition was. Kids today are going to be able to look back as this generation is the crypto and blockchain generation. Mm-hmm. When these kids that are like right now who are in elementary school, 4th, 5th grade, 6th grade, whatever it is, when they started out in kindergarten, there was really no crypto. I mean, it did exist technically, but you're going back like 2012, 2013, the very beginnings of it. And I think by the time these people get out of high school, mainstream adoption is going to be here 100%. They're going to be using blockchain for everything. So it's a really interesting future to think about.
Yeah, it is.